Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while since I've posted a video, but I'm back. And today I want to recreate a makeup look that I had done a few weeks ago, and I posted it on my Instagram, and it looked kind of like this. So I'm gonna try to recreate that look today. So let's get started. I've already moisturized my face, so now I'm going to prime, and I'm going to use the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Luminizing Primer. Next, for foundation, I've been loving the Maybelline 24-Hour Super Stay Foundation. This is the shade 120 Classic Ivory, and I've already been through a full bottle. This is a brand new bottle that I just got yesterday. It's so full coverage. I went to Sephora a few months ago, and I was thinking of getting a foundation, but I didn't because I really like this one so much. It is so full coverage. And I'm going to be mixing in the Cover FX Custom Enhancer drops in the shade Sunlight. I used these in the picture that I'm recreating, but I didn't use this foundation. I had used my Clinique Beyond Perfecting Plus Concealer foundation in the shade Sesame, but I want to use this foundation today. Even though it's too light, I'll make it work. And I'm just gonna blend that in with my beauty blender. Look at the coverage. This is such a nice foundation, and it's Maybelline. And now, I haven't done this in a while, but I'm going to do like a cream bronzer slash contour using the Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer in the shade Deep 34. And I'm just gonna blend that in with my beauty blender. I haven't done this in a few weeks, the cream bronzer, but I like to do it to add like an extra layer to really ensure that my bronzer is gonna stay on, especially in the summertime, because sometimes it's hot and I feel like powders just melt away fast. Plus, the foundation is a little too light for me, and this will just help balance it out. I'm going to use the Makeup Revolution Concealer in C1. And just blend that out with my beauty blender. And now to set my face, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me powder in the shade 10 Fair Light. I also just bought this yesterday, so I'm gonna take a little sticker off. And this is my second powder of this, and this powder is awesome. If you haven't tried it, you need to try it because it's a really good powder. I feel like this shade will be... I just spilled that on my shirt. I feel like this shade is also going to be a little too light for me, but we can balance everything out with bronzer in the end. And I'm just going to take my beauty blender and dip my... I'm just going to dip my powder into... I'm just going to dip my beauty blender into my powder and apply that to my face. I'm going to put it everywhere because I really want to set everything and lock everything into place. And something that I've been liking to do is when I feel like my beauty blender is too dry, when I'm putting my translucent powder on, I just spray it a little bit. This is the Too Faced Hangover RX 3-in-1 setting spray or whatever. And put it back into the powder. And it just helps the powder blend so well into the face without making it look dry or cakey. And then I just like to wipe away any extra powder with this Morphe E41 brush. And I'm going to set the concealer on my eyelids also with the same powder. Just tap out the creasing. And I'm gonna set it with this e.l.f. fluffy brush. I believe it's the e.l.f. concealer brush. So I went ahead and did one eye off camera, and this is without lashes and mascara and eyeliner, so it will all come together. But to create this eye look, I used the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. And I accidentally started putting the first shade in the crease, and then I stopped myself. My palette is a little bit dirty, but the first shade we're going in with is Pukey, and the brush I am using is a Morphe M518 brush. And I've already started applying it, but let me zoom in. I'm just buffing that into the crease. Wow, I look way whiter on the camera than I do in the mirror. I should have used my darker foundation. So I don't know if this is better. I hope it is. I turned the brightness down on the camera a little bit, but now I feel like I can't even see myself. So, okay, wait, I just put more eyeshadow and did not need to do that. Alright, okay. The next shade I'll be going in with is a mix of Hunts and Jacks. And I'll just be mixing them together using a Morphe M513 brush. And I'm going to apply it in my crease, but just below that first shade we added. Let's try this. I put the brightness a little bit more up. Sorry that I keep messing with the settings, but I just want to make sure it comes across on camera the way it looks in person. So again, just mixing those shades together and blending it below that first shade in my crease. Here we go. So I know I've been like absent on YouTube, and I doubt anyone really cares or noticed, but at first I was just being lazy. I only have like a certain amount of time that I can film, like in the day, like a certain hour range, and I was just being really lazy and not filming. And then when I felt like kind of like motivated to film, it was too late in the day and I couldn't film because there was like too much noise, and I didn't want to be in anyone's way because I film like in the middle of the kitchen on the table, so it's like a big setup, and I was being lazy. And then when New Year's came, my like New Year's resolution was I want to get back on my YouTube. I'm going back in with that first brush but no extra product, and I'm just gonna blend my crease. So I filmed a video that day, and it ended up being like a bad day to film. Like something bad happened, and the video just didn't even turn out good. And when I went to go edit it and put it up on YouTube, my camera had broke and it wasn't letting me get the video clips off of my camera and onto my computer to edit it. So then I finally got it fixed just like a month ago or so, but then I was being lazy again. But yesterday my boyfriend motivated me and told me, he just motivated me, and I felt like filming today. So, but I doubt anyone like even cared or noticed. But if you're wondering, that's what happened. And I also had a lot of videos already filmed that I could have edited and put up. Well, they were actually edited. There's about like 6 or 7 videos I could have put up during the whole time I was absent on YouTube, but like the more I watched them, the more just unhappy I was with how the makeup look turned out or like how the video was. So I just didn't like them and I never put them up, even though they were like all about like 90% edited. Let's see, I don't like how the inner corner looks. I'm gonna go in with this first brush and just kind of blend. Alright, and then next I'm gonna be taking just the shade Hunts, and I'm taking that on. It's just a fluffy pencil brush. A similar one is the Morphe E18. I just have product on that brush and don't feel like cleaning it. They're like almost exactly the same. So I'm taking Hunts, and oh, you know what I'm gonna do? First, I'm gonna take some translucent powder on a Morphe E47 brush. You can do this with your beauty blender though, or anything. And I'm just gonna create a line. I'm just gonna pack the shade Hunts onto my lid. And then I'm taking a Morphe E17 brush. It looks like this. And I'm just going to blend that shade Hunts more into the crease. Just a little bit. With no extra, there's no product on this brush. I'm just blending. And I'm taking the brush that we used with the darker red and the shade Hunts, and I'm just adding a little more into my crease. And then I'm taking the first brush, the Morphe 518, and I feel like we lost a little bit of that brown. So I'm going back in my crease. I'm just going to keep packing on the shade Hunts. For the intensity that I want. Wipe that away. And I got some right here, but I'll figure that out. There we go. And then for the lower lash line, I'm just taking, it's the brush that came with the Urban Decay Naked palettes, this end, but any brush like this will work. And I'm taking the shade Pukey, and I'm just running that along my lower lash line. And then I'm going in with a smaller brush. This also came with an Urban Decay palette. And I'm taking the shade Hunts. And I'm just blending that onto my lower lash line. And I'm taking this Morphe M432 brush. And I'm dipping it into the shade Central Park from the Jaclyn Hill palette. It's just a dark brown. And I'm just running that right against my lash line. And then I like to just blend my lower lash line a little bit, the edges with a clean brush. And I'll be right back after I apply lashes and mascara. So I have my lashes and mascara on now, and I'm gonna move on to bronzing and contouring my face. I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills bronzer in Rosewood. I'm still using this little Benefit brush because I think it just gives the best precision. I'm also going to contour my nose and like around my lips using that bronze. It might not look perfect at first, but once I blend it out and I bake around my nose, it will look a lot better. I also put a little bit here lately. I forgot who I saw do this, but I saw some other YouTuber do this, so I've just been doing that. And I really like how it looks. Now I'm going to contour like my Cupid's bow area because that just gives you the appearance of a bigger lip. doesn't look perfect, but it all blends out and looks good in the end. And that's what really matters. Alright, and then I'm taking my e.l.f. fluffy brush and I'm just blending all that in. Or blending it out. Alright, and then I kind of contoured using my bronzer, but I'm also going to just blend my bronzer out a little bit on my cheeks using the Morphe M530 brush and that same bronzer. And I'm just working it up a little bit. And for the bronzer on my forehead, I'm going to be using a different brush. This is the Morphe R2 brush. And let's just... And then now I'm going to bake my contour and the contour on my nose. And I'm just using that same Maybelline powder. I love this powder for baking. Alright, and then now I'll be going in with highlight, and one of my absolute favorite highlights for like the past year has been Becca Cosmetics Champagne Pop. So I'm going to apply this all over my face using the Morphe 510 brush, M510 brush. It is so pretty. It's like perfect for my skin tone. It always looks good on me. I love how it's like golden but not too golden. So champagne. And just gonna apply all the major highlight areas. And then I'm going to take that highlight and apply it on my inner corners, my brow bone, and the tip of my nose using the Morphe E36 brush. It's just a very small pencil brush and it fits great in the corners and all the small places. So you want to get really precise with anything, whether it's highlight or eyeshadow, contour. And it was Jaclyn Hill's collaboration. They've now took her name off of it because her contract was up, but I still consider it hers. So this is like a Jaclyn Hill look with her palette and her highlight. I'm gonna blend my eyeshadow into the highlight. Together. And for blush, I'm using, excuse my palette, I'm using Benefit Dallas and this Ofra blush that I can't remember the name, but I will leave it linked down below. Everything will be linked down below. I'm using this Sonia Kashuk contour brush and I'm just mixing those two blushes together and just applying them to the apples and working my way back on my cheeks. And now moving on to my lips, I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty Lip Contour in Spice Girl. And now that my lips are lined, I'll be going in with the Sephora Liquid Lipstick in 33. You can skip this step because I'm just gonna put a cream lipstick on top of it, but I don't know. I just like to do this as a base. While I let the liquid lipstick dry, I'm just gonna wipe off my bake. And then before I apply my lipstick, I'm just going to set my face with some Matte Fix Plus. I'm just going to apply the Dose of Colors Desi X Katie collab in More Creamer Please. And I love this color. I wish I had two since it was limited edition, so I'm really sad. And then what I'm gonna do is spray my beauty blender with a little Fix Plus, and I'm just gonna tap it over my face to really blend everything in and make sure everything looks so nice. And the very last step is I'm going to spray my face with some Cover FX Illuminating Setting Spray. I love this stuff. Always cover my eye because it will turn your matte eye into a shimmer eye if you don't. And then I get my forehead and I cover my brows. So I don't want shimmery brows. There we go. And that one dries so fast. And it just gives you an extra sheen. No! No! I dropped my Becca Champagne Pop, and this is my second ever Becca Champagne Pop. I've gone through two in about a year, and I thought I shattered it, which happened to my first one, so that's why I freaked out. Hey guys, I hope you liked this makeup tutorial. This is the final look. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Everything will be linked down below, and I will be back to posting videos regularly once a week. I will not slack off again if anyone cared or noticed, but I'm back and I'm motivated, so please like and subscribe. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!